Good morning, dear children. Welcome back to 8th Standard Social Science class. I hope you all are fine and safe by God's grace. Today we start with Geography Unit 6, Industries Part 2. In previous class, I explained you about the nature and the importance of industries and the general classification of economic activities. Let us start with the continuation of this lesson. The learning objectives of this video are to identify the factors responsible for location of industries, to study about the classification of industries. Children, let us know about the factors responsible for location of industries. Here, industrial locations are complex in nature. They are influenced by the availability of many factors. Some of them are raw materials, land, water, labor, capital, power, transport, and market. Children, the locational factors of industries are grouped into geographical factors and non-geographical factors. Here, geographical factors are raw material, power, labor, transport, storage and warehousing, topography, climate, and water resources. Non-geographical factors are capital, availability of loans, government policies and regulations. Let us know about geographical factors of industries. First is raw material. Bulky goods and weight-losing materials cannot be transported for long distances. Therefore, industries like iron and steel and sugarcane industries are located near the places of availability of iron ore and sugarcane respectively. Steel plants in Salem is located near Kanjamalai where iron ore is available. Similarly, sugar industries are located near the sugarcane growing areas. Second is power. Power is base and essential to run the entire industry. Power is mostly generated from the conventional sources like coal, mineral oil and water. So any one of these sources must be located near the industries to fulfill its power requirement. Third one is labor. Availability of cheap and skilled labor is another important requirement for labor intensive industries. Example, tea industry. Fourth is transport. Transport is needed for transporting raw materials to the industries and also for sending the finished products to the markets. Availability of easy transportation always influences the location of an industry. So the junction point of waterways, roadways and railways become active centers of industrial activity. Fifth one is storage and warehousing. The finished goods should reach the market at the end of the process of manufacturing. Hence, such finished products should be stored at suitable storage or warehouse till the goods are taken to the market. Okay. Sixth is topography. The site that is selected for the establishment of an industry must be flat, so it can be well served by different modes of transport. Seventh is climate. Climate of an area selected for an industry is also one of the important factors of location of industries. Extreme climate condition is not suitable for the successful industrial growth. Moreover, there are certain industries which require a specific climate. Example, cool humid climate is ideal for cotton textile industries. As Coimbatore and Tirupur have such type of climate, many cotton textile industries are located in this zone. Eighth is water resources. Availability of water is another important factor that influences the industrial location. Many industries are established near rivers, canals and lakes for this reason. Iron and steel industries, textile industries and chemical industries require plenty of water for their proper functioning. Children, let us know about non-geographical factors. Here first is capital. Capital or huge investment is needed for the establishment of industries, without which no industry can be established. Next is availability of loans. In most cases, it is not possible to start an industry with enough capital in hand. So the investors seek loan to start the industries. Thus, the organizational setup which provides loan and insurance are required. Next one is government policies and regulations. Government policies are another important factor that influences industrial location. The government sets certain restrictions in the allocation of land for industries in order to reduce regional disparities, to control excessive pollution, and to avoid the excessive clustering of industries in big cities. So the policies also affect the industrial locations. Children, these are the classification of industries. Here, on the basis of raw materials, industries are classified as agro-based industries, mineral-based industries, marine-based industries, and forest-based industries. On the basis of size and capital, industries are classified as large-scale industries and small-scale industries. On the basis of ownership, industries are classified as public sector industries, private sector industries, joint sector industries, and cooperative sector industries. Children, first we will see based on raw materials. First is agro-based industries. These industries use plant and animal based products as their raw materials. Example, food processing, vegetable oil, cotton textile, dairy products, etc. Next is mineral based industries. These are the industries that use mineral ores as their raw materials. Iron made from iron ore is the product of mineral based industries. Cement, machine tools, etc. are the other examples of mineral based industries. Next is marine based industries. These industries used product for sea and oceans as raw materials. For example, processed seafood, fish oil manufacturing units, etc. Next one is forest based industries. These industries use forest products as the raw material. Example, pulp and paper, furniture, and some pharmaceutical industries, etc. Children, let us learn about classification of industries based on size and capital. Here first is large scale industries. The capital required for the establishment of an industry is more than 1 crore. The industry is called as large scale industry. Iron and steel industry, oil refineries, cement and textile industries are the best example for large scale industries. Next is small scale industries. The capital required for the establishment of an industry is less than 1 crore. The industry is called as the small scale industry. Silk weaving, household industries belong to this category. Children, apart from the above cited industries, cottage or household industries are also a type of small scale industry, where the products are manufactured by hand by the artisans with the help of family members. These industries are classified and grouped as miscellaneous categories. Example, basket weaving, pot making, handicrafts, etc. Children, let us know about industries based on ownership. Here first is private sector industries. These type of industries are owned and operated by individuals or a group of individuals. Example, Bajaj Auto, Reliance, etc. Next is public sector industries. These type of industries are owned and operated by government. Hindustan Aeronautic Limited, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, Steel Authority of India Limited are the examples of public sector industries. Next one is joint sector industries. These type of industries are owned and operated jointly by government and individuals or a group of individuals. Indian Oil Sky Tanking Limited, Indian Synthetic Rubber Limited, Mahanagar Gas Limited, Maruti Udyog, etc. are examples of joint sector industries. Children, next is cooperative sector industries. Industries of this kind are owned and operated by the producers or suppliers of raw materials or workers or both. Anand Milk Union Limited, that is Amul, is the best example of cooperative sectors. Children, do you know Detroit of India? Detroit city in Michigan state, USA is known as the world's traditional automotive center. In India, Chennai is known as Detroit of India. It has the world famous automobile industries such as GM, Ford, Hyundai and Mahindra. The city accounts for 60% of the country's automotive exports. So children, I hope you have understood this lesson. We will learn more interesting topics in our next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.